Hey there, welcome back. It is another video. It's been quite some time since I made a video. I just needed some time. I think I was pushing myself too much and a lot of things were coming at me, and so I had to sacrifice, minimize, and figure out what's going on. But in today's video, I will share with you a few things that I think about differently now than I would before that help make my life happier and better overall. And I mention for my life because everybody lives a different life. So if you're trying to follow in somebody else's footsteps, sometimes it doesn't work because you haven't gone what they went through. So you can't handle what they can handle. You know what I mean? I did that. That's why I say that. So I have a few notes here I'm going to read from. I've got about 7 things I'll share with you. Just things that I used to think about in a bad way that would make me think badly, and now I practice thinking of them more positively and differently, and it does make me happier. So I have tendencies where when somebody leaves, I get really anxious and afraid because I feel like they're not going to come back, and so I'll stick myself in a position to where I push those people away because they don't want to deal with that, and I get that. It's just hard for me to wrap my mind around that. I have to be content with myself and where I am, because if not, people don't want to be around that. So trying to freak out and get their attention to stay doesn't work either. That's what I've learned. I still work on it. There's good days, there's bad days. Basically, I would observe other people's lifestyles and try to live their life. So next thing I kind of wrote about was self-esteem, and what I do here, let me read from my notes here. Boost my self-esteem in a way that I feel like shiz on top of my things, but able to be humble and nice to others to help boost them. So like what I'm saying is, obviously, be confident and express yourself in a way that you think is beautiful, but be humble and encourage other people to do the same. It's not cool, I think, to have nice things and live that lifestyle but bash on other people that are working to get there. I don't think it's cool, but that's my opinion. And so that's what I've been practicing, is like boost myself and help other people, and that just like makes me happy overall. Like giving people compliments, it kind of gives me a little bit of satisfaction because it's nice to make other people feel nice. So next thing I want to talk about is like moderation with everything. And I know I've talked about this before, but as you go through life, things get deeper meanings and they mean more to you, and that's just being an adult, I guess. But what I wrote, like doing things that are maintainable, you don't want to do anything that's unmanageable. Like if you can't maintain a certain lifestyle and continue to progress, that's not for you. You have to change it up, or do something different or switch it out. Or there are things that other people can handle that I can't handle, and vice versa. And so that's kind of what I was talking about with the anxiety thing. People go through certain things and deal with certain things for a reason, and they're just able to share that, but that doesn't mean that it will work for you. It's just like advising that there's hope and that you can find your way too. So that's what I mean by moderation, is just do what works for you. Everybody's moderation is different. Another one that was big for me, things need time to be practiced and learned. I would get mad at myself because I know I learn quick, but I push myself too hard and I give up. So, and that's what I was talking about when I first started the video, how I needed a break. That's why I wasn't making a video, because I was pushing myself too hard to make too much, doing a lot of stuff. you know, and I didn't understand fully the time management and how I needed to schedule my day, and I didn't understand what I wanted and my goals and how they affected each other. But just over time, you know, I know that you have to be patient. Certain things take longer than others, and that's okay. And I allow it, because if not, then things get messy. You miss things. It's like if you're driving down the freeway going super fast, you might miss your exit, or like you might barely miss somebody, and it's just like you're going too fast. You know, you need to be patient. You need to allow yourself to see things and understand things. And I mean, I'm talking to myself, but you know, that's what I learned. And it doesn't make me mad at myself anymore. It allows me to love myself more, because it's like, oh my gosh, like good. Like I understand something, and now I can help somebody else understand it, or just give them my perspective on it. So it makes me happy. So another one, something I would do that was kind of a toxic thing. There's obviously toxic way to do things and non-toxic way to do things, but I would always ask people for advice or their opinion or something, and I would listen to it, and then I would just take it and run with it. When really, like I mentioned before, everybody goes through different things, so they deal with things differently. So their advice might not be best for you, but it's good to listen to kind of see their view on it, so you can more understand exactly. Because sometimes not knowing, when we're talking to somebody about something, we don't give them all the details, so they only see it from the perspective that you give them, you know. So I've just kind of learned to take people's advice with a grain of salt. Yes, it's good to take it and, you know, thank you and understand what they're trying to say, but take it and sit with it, and don't necessarily run with it, because it could be bad advice too. You know, people like to test you, you know. That's actually the next one, is testing your strength. People like to do that, not maliciously sometimes. Sometimes I think people do it to me to make me stronger or see how my strength is, which is fine, because honestly, if I think about it that way, it's like, okay, what are they saying to me at that moment? Like, why are they testing me at that moment? What am I doing? And not necessarily like make it a big deal and like, oh, why, but just kind of like assess yourself and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'm doing too much of this. Like sometimes when somebody says something, those are cues. So another one, when life feels like it's crumbling, I used to try really hard to maintain that whatever was like falling away, and I wouldn't really understand why it was like crumbling. But now I kind of just like, all right, assess the situation. You know, you're more calm. You're not thinking fast. You won't make a quick decision. And so when I step back and take that break, it allows me to be like, all right, everything's fine. This is what you need to do still. Have you done it? And it allows me to kind of structure a little bit more, and it makes me more efficient, to be honest, and that makes me happy. I wrote a few little notes here I'd like to read. So I say, when I'm in the moment, I try super hard to pull myself away and refocus. And yes, that's easier said than done. Like I say before, you know, I have my good days, I have my bad days, but every day that you get that small victory of doing that, you get stronger and stronger at it. So I try not to beat myself up. That's like one of my daily goals, is just don't beat yourself up, because you have to be compassionate for yourself and understand where you've come from and how far you've come and the progress that you've made and the efforts that you've put in, and you know what I'm saying? Because if you're just straight up beating yourself up because, you know, you're not doing enough, you'll push yourself away from your own goals and you'll dig yourself a hole. Well, so I put, remember why I started, a specific thing, and make better choices with a calm mind. Exactly that. And I say the refocus allows me to make better choices and remotivate myself in a healthier way. And I say in a healthy way because when I get myself stuck in a dark spot and I'm trying to like, oh, I should do this to, you know, move it along, like they're negative, because either it's revenge type of thing, or maybe because I'm mad I might not make a very nice choice or a very great choice. So, and that's why I say that, motivate myself in a healthier way. Like, recently, I'll share a few things with you. Recently, I've been getting back on my workout. I kind of took like a long break, and things got really emotional and stressful, and I mean, I'll be honest, like, my car got stolen, and I've moved recently, and I've switched jobs too. I'm working in the service industry now, so learning a lot of new things, you know, putting my stuff in new places. It's very mental for me, I guess. I guess that's the way I think, but yeah, I appreciate, you know, the time, because it's allowed me to break and then bring myself back and understand why I went there and become stronger. And honestly, that's what they say, when what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that's true, and I believe it, and I love it. Like, sometimes, yes, it sucks, but like, when you get out of it and you know that you go through certain things for a reason, like, if you believe that and you're like, okay, I'm going through this for a reason, what do I need to do to get out of it? If you're positive about it like that, that's how I've been trying to practice and live my life. It's honestly better. It comes out better. The outcome's better, because you're not thinking negatively. You know, if you're thinking negatively, things will go negatively. So, positive vibes, positive momentum, you do good things, you pick great choices. That's what I wanted to share. You know, I'll tell you a bit more about my car and how that's panning out, but it's still in the process, so I won't disclose a lot more information about that quite yet, but it'll be coming, so if you're interested in that. But yes, guys, that'll wrap it up. I'm happy to make this video today. Felt really nice to take that break and refocus and get back to it. I don't know what my schedule will be for making videos. I'm kind of just doing it when I can, but maybe I'll get shorter videos in just to kind of show you if you're interested. Leave a thumbs up, guys. Really help me out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. I really appreciate you for watching. And if you're new here, thanks for coming. Subscribe to watch all my other videos. I plan on incorporating, you know, like, my daily routines and what I do to maintain a happier lifestyle. And so, stick along, ride along, you know, it'll be fun. So, bye!